Hey folks, good evening and welcome to another edition of Concrete Cooking. We've been kind of slacking a little bit on getting some videos out, sorry about that. But today we're going to put together an easy put together lasagna. My little girl, she was wanting lasagna tonight for supper, so we're going to have lasagna and we're going to have homemade garlic bread. And my version of homemade garlic bread is a loaf of bread, some butter, and some garlic powder, and throwing them in the oven and just toasting them up real good. But anyhow, we're going to take and put these, I'm going to make 2 pans of lasagna. We're going to put these together and I'm going to cook them out on the grill tonight. So y'all just bear with us and we'll be back in a minute. We're going to go putting these lasagnas together. And what I did is went to Walmart, got some of these aluminum throwaway pans. Didn't want to stick no glass pans in this thing or nothing. Besides, I don't like washing them anyways. These are a whole lot better to get done. Wad them up, throw them in the garbage, or recycle them, one or the other. But anyhow, like I said, we're going to cook this out on the grill this evening. I've got my grill preheated. Got her all cleaned up and everything, which I ain't going to cook anything on the grates except setting these plates on the grates. But I don't want it all greasy and nasty anyways. But anyhow, we've got this dude up. I backed her down a while ago, and it is still setting on 500 degrees. So I'll probably wind up having to cut a couple of burners here in a minute because I'm going to try to cook this dude at about, roughly about 420, 425 is what I'm shooting for. But anyhow, I took and prepared some of the stuff already. I've got my meat and sauce and everything that's going in this lasagna already put together. I cooked it out here in my iron skillet here on the turkey grill here. I'm a person, I can put anything together and cook on it. But anyhow, what I've got in this is I've got about 2 pounds of ground beef. I took and browned that ground beef up. I cut me up an onion, and I cut it up kindly fine. And I took and browned the ground beef and the onion together until the onion got translucent. And then I took and threw me some Himalayan salt in there. We're trying something a little different on the salt thing. Me and the wife, we got high blood pressure, and they say Himalayan salt's better for you. So we put Himalayan salt in that, pepper. We also took and put garlic powder, and we also took and put some Italian seasoning in that. And that Italian seasoning's got the basil and everything else already in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start getting these pans fixed up. My noodles, I cooked them inside the house. And what we're going to do is we're going to make us a layer. And y'all, my hands are clean, I promise. I just washed them a while ago. My wife took and told me, she said, you're going to have to get you some gloves. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have to. That way people don't think I'm gross or something. But I did wash my hands, though. But I'm going to put me down a layer of noodles. And about 3 of them jobs pretty well covers the bottom of that pan. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay me one this way. And it don't have to be pretty, folks. When you get done eating this, it ain't going to be pretty. I guarantee it. I ain't putting this in Better Homes and Gardens anyways. But you know, I'm going to put me a layer of that down there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my noodles right here out of the way for a second. And now, I'm going to get me some of this sauce. Sauce with the beef and everything in it. And I'm going to put me some in here. And there ain't no telling how much I'll lose between here and the skillet that I've got this in, but that's all right. And y'all, the spaghetti sauce that I used, I just grabbed a couple of cans of Hunt's traditional spaghetti sauce. I didn't, which I mean, you can get that with garlic in it and garlic and herbs and 4 cheeses and different stuff like that. But you know, I like putting my own seasoning and everything. Yeah, getting that stuff everywhere. But anyhow, I put me a layer down like it right there of the meat and sauce. And then I'm gonna get me some cheese over here. Took and got some mozzarella cheese. Some of the Walmart brand. We're going to open that up. We're going to put us a layer of mozzarella in this bad boy. Don't have to put it real thick if you don't want to. If you want to put it real thick, hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I just want to hit me just a little bit in this bad boy. Now, I normally don't do this, but Sissy said she wants some pepperonis in this. So, we're going to do some pepperonis in this. Got a big old bag of pepperonis. Me and the kids, we love these things. We can just sit and just eat them by themselves. And like I said, it don't have to be pretty, folks. That it don't. I keep sticking my arm barely to the edge of that grill and it's hot. I'm going to throw me some of these down in here. Pepperonis to me is one of them things that goes good with anything. I like just putting them on a sandwich and putting some butter and stuff on it and throwing them over in a skillet and grilling them. And put some cheese on it, make it like a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm gonna set my pepperonis right there. Focus for something good here. To me, a lasagna isn't a lasagna without some cottage cheese in it. And this is optional. There's a lot of people that don't like cottage cheese, or has problems with eating dairy products. You don't have to put this in there, but we like it. I've got an aunt. Well, I had an aunt. She's done gone on to be with the Lord. But when she made stuff like this or made her spaghetti, she went all out, folks. She made her own sauce. She made her own everything. I mean, she would go buy the big Italian sausages and put in her sauce. And her lasagna always had, cottage cheese and ricotta cheese in it, and just everything, and it would tear me up, because every time we would all be together visiting and she would make that stuff, y'all, it took her all day to make it, between making her sauce and everything else. And you couldn't stand to stay in the house. You had to get out and go somewhere to get away while she was doing that. Now, I'm going to put some more noodles on this. Come across with me. Another line of noodles. And y'all, people cooks noodles in different ways. My mother, God rest her soul, when she would cook spaghetti or anything like that, she would cook a noodle to death. I mean, it would be mushy and everything else. And don't get me wrong, what that woman cooked was good, because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of the cooking that I have learned over the years, I learned from my mother, my grandmother, and my great-grandmother. But she would cook a noodle to death. You don't do that. You want to cook that noodle to where it's not got a crunch to it no more. Get it to the point where it doesn't have a crunch to it anymore, and then shut them noodles off. Take and dump that hot water out of them and put you some cold water in them. That way it stops that cooking process, and then that way your noodles just ain't mushy and nasty. Y'all, I told y'all I wasn't making this thing pretty. Now, I started with another layer. That's the bad thing about cooking outside, folks. Every now and then you get a critter. But we ain't gonna keep him in there for protein, that we're not. We're gonna put some more cheese. Just a little layer of cheese. And then I'm gonna put some more of this sauce. Sauce and hamburger, and you know, you can use the ground beef. The ground beef that I used is 80/20 ground beef. Picked it up at GFS. If y'all have never been to a GFS store, y'all are to go check them out. You can get some really good deals on stuff there. We just about got this dude here covered. Plenty too, that way I'd have something to take to work tomorrow. About the hamburger meat. You can use hamburger, you can use sausage. You can use whatever type of hamburger that you want to use. You know, just be creative with it. You know, just be creative with it. Now, I've got a layer of cottage cheese in there. I'm just going to go with one layer of cottage cheese. Now, I'm going to put me another layer of cheese on this, and then I'm going to go with some of these pepperonis on top. We're going to wrap some tin foil on top of this dude. And we're going to get him ready to stick on the grill. We're going to have to. Now, we're going to put a pretty decent helping of these pepperonis on this last layer right here, y'all. When you're putting your seasonings in your meat and sauce, y'all, I do not, and I've said it before, I do not have a special amount that I put in there by measuring it off or anything like that. Y'all, I put it by taste. There's a lot of people, you know, a lot of recipes, you know, it'll say, you know, put a half a teaspoon of salt or half a teaspoon of pepper, this and that. I don't do that, y'all. I season it to taste. I'm sorry. You know, if you decide you want to make something like this, you know, you just mix it to your taste. Mix it the way you want to taste. That's what I do. And I guarantee you, this right here, when this is done, y'all, it is going to be awesome. Look here. You can cover it heavy or not. It just depends on how you want to do it. Now, let me get my tinfoil. I've made some tables out here doing this cooking. Me and Sissy, we just started doing these videos on a whim. I love to cook outside. And I told her one day, I said, you know, I said, let's just do us a video. And I said, put it on YouTube. And I said, you know, I said, maybe people will watch it. Maybe they won't. Who knows? And I know that we've had a few watching. We've had a few subscribers. And we appreciate that. Alright, trying to get my tinfoil fixed up here. Y'all, I forgot one thing. Me and Sissy, we had talked about putting banana peppers on this bad boy. I'm just going to kind of throw a few of them out here. I got juice going everywhere. Sissy thought that just sounded good to put banana peppers on it. Like this is optional, folks. You don't have to do this. But we're gonna spread these around, throw a few out there on it. And you know, this really give us a pretty good taste too. It will. Don't have to be pretty, y'all. We got our peppers on here. Now, if me and this foil can get along with one another, we're gonna wrap this in aluminum foil. Hold that, Sissy. I got just a little bit of a wind blowing out here. This will help it keep from drying out too while it's cooking on this grill. Y'all think this aluminum foil job looks bad? Y'all ought to see me wrap a Christmas present. It's even worse than this. Alright, I'm gonna get me one more piece of this foil. Down about that long. Hang on to that, sis. I just want to make sure that it's covered good. Well, folks, over the last few days, the good Lord has blessed us with some rain. Our burn ban has been lifted, so we fixing to start doing some Dutch oven cooking, y'all, over open coals. Now, I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, it was hot, wasn't it, sis? This thing's running at about 455, 460. We can live with that, and like I said, if I have to, I'll back her down some. But y'all, I have got a pan full of lasagna right there. We're gonna make one more. We ain't gonna bore y'all to death with watching us make this other pan, but in about 35, 45 minutes, we're gonna check this bad boy and see what we got. Hey y'all, I just took the lasagna off the grill there a while ago. I went ahead and backed my heat back down some more because most of the stuff's already done. Really, all you're wanting to do is just get your cheese and stuff like that melted. Made a big pan and a little pan of it, but anyhow, I backed my temperature back down to about 320, 325. Backed it down and let her cook there for about 35 minutes. I'm gonna cut me open a spot right here, let you see the inside of this. And it is juicy, folks. Look at here. Look at that. You got the noodles, you got the cheese. There's the cottage cheese. Look at that. It smells great, y'all. And it does. Hope y'all enjoy this video. Next week we'll be back on with another one. And you know, y'all, today's the Lord's Day, you know, the Sunday. And me and my family, we went to church this morning, had a great time. And you know, if y'all don't have a home church somewhere, come Wednesday night, Sunday morning, Sunday night, find you somewhere to go. Give a good Lord thanks for every day that He lets you wake. Give Him thanks for everything that you have, because everything belongs to Him, y'all. We just borrow it for a little while. If y'all like us, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and next week we'll bring you another good cooking thing going on. Who knows what we may make? We may cook out in the Dutch oven. Anyhow, God bless, and y'all have a blessed and wonderful evening.